Hi everyone, my name is IBUKUN Joshua. Welcome you to this wonderful episode of Youth Unplugged. Now, last week it was very interesting talking about how you can always make sure your art is safe based on the content you allow to reside in your heart. So this time around, we want to talk about something interesting. I used to think about this sometimes that there are so many things we need to know as youth. And today I just want to talk about 4 questions we need to ask ourselves as young people. First one is who, what, where, and how. Who, what, where, and how. So these questions are very key, very important as our life is involved. Now, as a youth growing up, you need to ask yourself who you are. Who are you? It's a very important question. So when you ask this question, yes, of course, there will be an answer. When you ask, there will be an answer. It's just the principle of when you ask, there must be an answer. So the question of who is a question of destiny, is a question of identity. So when you get to understand who you are, then when you get to understand your identity, then you will be able to pursue purpose, or you'll be able to understand purpose. Knowing who you are, understanding your identity helps you to walk in line with the purpose that you have, or with the purpose you have been given to fulfill on earth. Let's look into the Bible. There are so many personalities in the Bible that first of all discover who they are before they start operating. The first person is Jesus. Jesus knew that he is the Son of God. He has a purpose. He knew his purpose, and that makes him to operate on earth easily. And the second person is John. When the Pharisees came to him and asked, "Who are you?" He said, "I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness, make the way of the Lord straight." So he knew that he is a forerunner of Christ. He wasn't the Messiah. So he was able to identify himself. He was able to understand his purpose. That is why he was able to run it smoothly. And like that, when Jesus asked his disciples and Jesus asked them, "Who do you think I am?" And Peter was able to understand by the Spirit of God that Jesus is the Son of God, the Messiah. Now, let's come down to ourselves. As we've talked about priority, it is when you understand who you are, you know how to set priorities. It is when you understand where you are going to, you will know what to do, what to get involved in, what you think, who you associate yourself with, the kind of things you allow into yourself. So when you understand who you are, you're able to set priorities right, and you're able to flow with the right people. So understanding who you are is the first key. As I said before on this platform, that one of the greatest discovery on earth is not the discovery of the skyscraper, the aeroplane, the cars and all of that. No, the greatest discovery in man history is discovery of yourself. So when you discover who you are, that is the greatest. The 3 brothers who created the aircraft, they were able to understand their purpose. They were able to understand who they are. Even when there's a lot of critics around, even when there's a lot of shouting and a lot of boo around them, they could not stop but thinking of how to establish that mental picture on their head. So who you are makes you to walk in that straight line. Who you are helps you not to be distracted. So the main key is understanding who you are, what you are called to do, what exactly you are here on this earth for. Now, let me remind you this. Not everybody will become a pastor. I know for sure that when people hear about talking about who you are, talking about identification, some people think like is spiritual, is talking about ministry and all of that. No. When you discover who you are, there's some people you just not want to be with. When you discover who you are, it helps you to operate in a dynamic way. Who you are is a question of either you're going to fulfill destiny or not. Who you are helps you to see the light in darkness. Who you are helps you not to conform to the crowd, helps you not to submit to the norms we do in a society. So when you get to understand who you are, you will notice that your behavior is strange. When people call you stranger because your person is scarce, your person is not of this world. So they always believe that this person is not with us. So who you are is a question of what are you doing in this place? Why are you here? So when you get to understand why you are here, then the rest of this thing will be set in place.